So a lot of you know about US30. A lot of you are even trading US30. Maybe you're getting some profits. Maybe you're losing a lot of profits. It is a very nice volatile pair. It could make you so much money, but it also can cause a significant amount of loss. Now, before I get started with this video, I need you guys to have a copy of How to Beat the Market. It's my book. I'm not just saying it because it's mine. It's a really amazing freaking book, and I was delayed on a flight, and I opened the book and I was like, this book is amazing, and it actually helped me with my trade today, which I'm going to break down and show you guys. So make sure that you get the book. The link is going to be in the description. I think we are all sold out of hard copies, but Amazon may still have them. I'll give you the option for both. But long story short, guys, we are following US30. And before I get to the higher time frame, breaking everything down to you, I want to show you guys where I entered today and why. In addition to that, I'm also going to show you guys the progress of the trade in YouTube Shorts, so you guys can check it out for today. Now, where are we located, right? Before anything, guys, you want to climb from the higher time frame down to the smaller time frame to help unravel a lot of clues that US30 is giving you if you want to be trading on the right side. First things first, guys, as we ended the week last week, here's Friday. Price tapped this particular area after taking out this high. We didn't think much of it. Okay, whatever. But the fact that price came back into it again on Monday, it made it a supply zone. So now on this 1 hour time frame, we're going to label this the 1 hour supply. So I'm gathering all of these things up ahead of my trade. Okay, we tapped into this area again. It is now supply. This means that something is going to happen from this area. It's not going to be a buy, even if you were anticipating for price to go higher. Obviously, guys, in supply zones, we sell. So from this area, price tapped into it. Your job is to go to the smaller time frame. Now that you kind of have an idea of what your opportunity is going to be, right? So I was like, okay, sell opportunity. It's time to hop down to the smaller time frame. I went to the 5-minute time frame. Let's go back to the area in which I was looking at. So here's that tap that we got. And before all of this even happened down here, okay, this is what I was left with, okay? So, okay, this is what I was left with. And I was saying, okay, we broke this structure. We broke this low. Price came, it set the tone. Okay, right? We don't want to enter for a sell if price is going to accumulate upward. We want to enter if we are able to break structure, retest, but respect an area. My famous quote for all of my students is called the break and wait. So guys, the break and wait means we simply break structure. It could be to the upside or the downside, and we simply wait. Waiting is a huge part of being successful with trading. You guys have to wait. So after breaking, we waited, right? Obviously, for price to return to this area. Now, I noticed that at 9 o'clock, a little bit after 9, a price started to sell down. It probably manipulated traders into selling early. Here was that sell right around 9. Guys, and this is where waiting is very important, because if you allow the market to trick you into entering too early, you can be in significant drawdown, or maybe you close out in a loss, or maybe possibly blow your account. So waiting is very essential when it comes down to it. And then after that, we get closer to 9:30, and bam, just like that, 9:30 comes up just a little bit, right? See that little move up? Now, if you were thinking of buying at 9:30, maybe you realize that, okay, price broke this high, and then price came back to this particular area, and then we got a push up from it, and then maybe price wants to come back down and buy again. This is where you could have got manipulated. So while I'm looking for my setup, I'm also very attentive and paying close attention to where people could easily be manipulated. So guys, if you're not understanding that this is a supply zone, and I'm going to run this information back again, you're probably looking at the fact that we've broken structure. You're probably thinking, hey, price is coming back to the break of structure, right? Which would be here. You're probably looking at it as a demand as price returns. You're probably thinking, hey, price is continuing to break structure to the upside. Maybe I can take a buy. There's two issues with this entry up here. Two issues. Number one, we are so high in premium. Number two, we are at a supply zone. So the buy is easily eliminated. We do not want to buy in these particular areas. If you were on the right track, and if you were paying attention, and if you were vigilant as to where price was and where it came back to, then you would notice that, hey, okay, if I wait, price will come back to my particular area. And so price tapped this zone, and we were taking it down to, there was some area on the 15-minute time frame that I figured that price would probably give some type of rejection or retrace from, and I was absolutely correct. So as we came back into this 15-minute area, I did start to take profit on my areas because this area is a demand zone. So as you can see, here's this 15-minute demand, price comes back to it. Instead of breaking it, it looks like it starts to reject. And this is where you make the decision to walk away with your profits instead of allowing price to bring you back to your entry. And so let's play this out a little bit more just to see where we are. It's the afternoon now. It's about 2:34 p.m. EST. So we had quite a few hours since that morning trade. And let's see what price has done since then. Okay, so guys, as I stated, price did climb back up there. So, okay, if you missed the initial sell, what do you do? Guys, this is where patience comes in yet again. On that 1 hour time frame, I did notice that we had a new area to focus on in the imbalance and everything. So this was a 4 hour area as well. Here we are, 4 hour OB right here. And then if you go to the 1 hour time frame, it's also within the same area. It looks as though price did come back to the 4 hour. And then now we're back in this demand, this 15-minute demand. This is where we are right now. This is where we are currently. So one or two things are going to happen, right? Because we are back in a discounted area, we would want to sell from a premium area. One or two things are going to happen. Either you wait to see if price is going to return to this particular area, and then you can sell it down. But you definitely do not want to buy from a demand zone. So just as we talked about supply, guys, we have to understand what demand. This is a 15-minute demand. Just because you're getting excited and you see that price is moving down, this does not mean that you want to jump in and start to sell, right? Price is heavily discounted. And what I mean by heavily discounted, it means that this morning we were here, 39,586, and right now we are at 39,315. So that lets you know that price is discounted, and we want it at a more premium price. So when it gets cheaper, this is where people start to sell their positions, and this is when they start to buy. So even if price is hanging around this area, you may feel as though you've missed the move, and you may be tempted if you see price start to run right here, but please do not ever buy in demand, right? It's a recipe for disaster. Now, if price should happen to break this demand and then retest, then you could enter for price. But right at this moment, this is not a place where you want to buy. So you may ask, what is the overall picture? What am I looking at? What's next for me? Where am I looking to take my next trade? What's the bigger picture here? So guys, pay very close attention, and let's see what we have left. We came back up into this area earlier, as I stated, and we left this high. So now we have a high. Remember, if we're gonna sell, we want to see some type of sweep happen before we sell. So this is ideal for me, for price to come back into this area, right? And then I could possibly sell back to this zone, or maybe we finally break the zone. But what is the bigger picture for US30? And this is where I'm going to go to another chart that's clear, and I'm going to take you guys down from the higher time frame just to remind you guys what it is that we're looking for. So here's the daily time frame. Price is continuing to trade within a range. As you can see, here's a range. All last week we were just going from this high to this low, and now we're a little bit higher, right? But we're still kind of in a range. Price is simply trading in between Friday's high and Friday's low. How do I know this, guys? How would you know this? Simply go to your daily time frame and mark the previous day's high and the previous day's low. Here we are, previous day's high, previous day's low, and then this gives you an idea of where we're trading. We're simply trading in between Friday's high and Friday's low. So this means that price has not moved in how would I put this? This means that price has not expanded much, right? From Friday. We're just in between, I would say consolidating. When I see things like this on the higher time frame, it allows me to know that on the smaller time frame, we're trading in consolidation. Even if you're able to take opportunities up and down, it could be like a 5 minute or 15 minute consolidation where price is going from supply to demand, possibly. And as you can see, that is exactly what's happening here. So here's the daily time frame. What do we have? On the daily time frame, we still have these lows. We still have some imbalance, right? We do have a lot of imbalance up here as well. What is the tone that US30 has set on this daily time frame? Okay, so although we broke structure to the upside right here, when price came back to create a higher low, price then created a lower high, respecting this area and pushing down, breaking structure and creating a new low. So if we don't know anything, right? Let's just say like, hey, we're still bullish. We're still bullish or we're bearish, whatever you see is whatever your perception is of the charts, you should always go with it. If you're constantly being proven wrong, then maybe it's time to readjust your analysis. Maybe you're not seeing things as clearly as you would like to. However, always feel confident in what you see, right? Because it may be different, but it may be a longer term or shorter term move that you could take advantage of. So for now, guys, what we do know, if we don't know anything else, right, is that there's a lot of liquidity to the upside. So price is either going to push its way up here to respect this area or it's going to break through it. We don't know yet. We do not know yet. This is something that we do not know. We're going to head down to the 4-hour time frame. On this 4-hour time frame, let's pay attention and take a look at structure. Here's a high, here's a low. Price broke structure to the upside and created what we would say is a higher high. But at this higher high, we created some supply. So then therefore we're looking for price to come back down. And there's only one thing that I could think of. Price wants to come back down, possibly fill in all of this imbalance that it left behind. And then we could possibly be headed up onto that higher time frame areas of interest. And yet again, we may break the high or we may respect that area as we climb up. But first, right, price is in the middle here, guys. We're consolidating. As you can see, something needs to be broken. We need to break out of that. And on this 4-hour time frame, you can see that here was that 4-hour OB. Price came back, tapped into this area, but this is where we are at a halt at the moment because we still are within that 15-minute demand, right? So that's pretty much what I'm seeing here. There's that 15-minute demand right over here. So this is where we are right now. We're in the afternoon. We may close for the day in that demand. I'm not really sure yet. We may retrace. We do have news tomorrow, so that is important to note. And what I like to tell everyone is to keep your areas. If you have a particular area, keep your area. You don't want to take the area off and then price comes back to it, but then you say, I had the area, but I don't know what happened. I took it off my chart. So please keep your areas of interest. So guys, US30 is not a difficult pair to trade. It just takes a lot of patience and it takes a lot of paying attention to detail. If you're not interested in paying attention to detail and going back and putting in the work, then this is not going to be the pair for you. Trading is not going to be for you if you're not willing to go in and pay attention, guys. We're all trading differently, scalping, swing trading. We all have different styles of trading, but it doesn't matter what your style is. You want to make sure that you're placing your trades in the right direction. So where are we looking for? We're in the middle, guys. As I stated, we're in the middle. We're right in the middle, and we're looking for price to show us what it wants to do. So US30, do you want to climb up and take out climb up into this 1-hour OB and continue down? How do we know what it's going to do next, guys? It's okay not to know sometimes. It's okay not to know. It's okay not to predict. Sometimes price is just simply ranging, and I think what we do is we put so much pressure on ourselves to constantly know what's going to happen next. Be satisfied with your move for today and learn how to exit the charts and go back in and just analyze and allow price to move, right? The way that you walk is that one foot has to go in front of the other. You guys are trying to jump or hop when the market moves. You guys are reacting immediately instead of allowing one foot to go in front of the other. So if price is consolidating, guys, then it's not much to do. if you can take an opportunity, just know where to get out, but always allow price to move first, right? Another thing with US30 is it's a very volatile pair, so you want to trade at a very decent lot size. You want to trade with a stop loss. You want to be aware of news events, right? So you need to be heading over to forexfactory.com and paying attention to the news. It's good to have support. This was why I suggested the book in the beginning of the video. It's good to have support, especially from someone or people who are, seemingly trading US30 well. Always, always, always trust your analysis, but only trust your analysis if you guys are putting like some time and effort into it. I always suggest 1 to 2 hours with your analysis. If you're gonna just open up the charts and go on that smaller time frame, such as a 1-minute time frame, and feel as though you have it all figured out, that is a recipe for disaster. So guys, pay attention to your high time frames, pay attention to your lot sizes, mark your previous day's highs and lows, pay attention to premium and discount, and allow US30 to move and move with it. If you guys are going to bet against the market or try to predict or be tied too closely to your bias, you are rejecting profit and we want to trade in profit. So I hope that this helps a ton. And for those of you who are members, I need you guys to stay tuned. The very next video that I release in a few minutes is going to be a little bit more detailed on my next entry and where I plan on taking US30. So thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys on the very next video.